Hello, welcome to the second episode of this series of Space Engineers. In the last episode, we spent a bit of time looking for uranium, and which we finally found. And now, what we're going to do is so that we have a base of operations from which we can do everything. And instead of relying on the ship, which is a temporary ship, we want to build a base. So we'll go out to where we found the uranium and start setting up a small base there. We could build the base anywhere that we want, but the benefit of building it where we found uranium is that same asteroid has iron and nickel. So that's three resources in the same place. So it makes it much easier to build up the base and saves us having to go back and forth over 10, 20 kilometers every time we want to get new bits of iron or uranium or nickel. So it's just quicker. Okay, what we'll do now is go and mine some more uranium so that we don't have to worry about the ship running out of power. If the ship runs out of power, then we won't be able to mine any uranium or refine any uranium, and we'll be dead in the water. More uranium. Good. So that's a good chunk. Now what I'm going to need is some iron. Now I could just dismantle this ship to get the steel so I can start building a base, but I don't want to do that just now because I have iron over here anyway, but it's very dark. Any kind of construction in this game means using armor blocks, and armor blocks require steel plates, and steel plates requires iron, and iron requires iron ore, and that's why we are going to mine a little bit of it here, and then we can start the construction of our base. Okay, iron. Okay, and the assembler. Let's make some iron plates because that is what we are going to need. Production iron plates. Where was it? Here. Let's add 100 at a time by using shift and left click. Lots of iron plates, always good. Right, let's see. Ooh, that is great. So let's see how much time we have. 5 hours. Perfect. Okay. So now the question is, where shall we build this base? Let's build it out of here. Oh no, wait, there's a hole there. And there's no such thing as flat here, so we want it close to the uranium but not too close. Well, let's make that the surface. So for We want it to be big enough to fit a few of the core things. We need an assembler, we need a refinery, we need a med bay, and maybe a cargo container. We will also want to give it a roof so that any meteorites and meteor showers and other things won't damage our stuff too much. To start off with, I'll just set up the frame. And I'll just build right to the edge here, just to give it the look of being embedded into the asteroid. How many steel plates do I have left? 22. Should be just... Actually, let me go and set up a few more. And set up a GPS marker for the ship so I don't lose it. Actually, it should have a beacon, shouldn't it? It just doesn't. It is a temporary ship after all. It's not really meant to have a beacon or anything, so I don't know, maybe I should just dismantle it. In time. So what I want to do is get rid of this one. Delete, new, that one, ship, parking. There we go. That's it parked. Assembler. Production. Can't really have too many steel plates, so I'll not worry about that. And let's go back to our base, which I was building somewhere. And this base is easy to misplace. Alright, here we go. Should have picked up the extra steel plates, which I didn't. Okay. Yep, I might need it to be bigger than that. Might move this over to there actually. Make some of this a little bit easier so it doesn't need the ship GPS marker after all. Okay. Put the ship marker over to here. Delete new ship parking. Okay. And that is better. That is a lot closer. Oh, I am gonna need more iron. So let me go take care of that. Is that more uranium? That is helpful. Or is that just the same one? Yeah, it might be more. That must be the same, because I've mined here before. Alright, production. Alright, let's see how much we can build with that much. Not convinced it'll be enough, but let's go for now, because we need to build a mining ship. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dismantle that ship, otherwise this is just gonna take way too long. So let's build something here, and then I'll just start tearing that ship apart. But I wonder if that is just one level too high, because well, I can make it 2 floors anyway. This might be big enough to start the base all in all. So I think the question is, do we want it to be 2 blocks high or 3? I'll make it, I'll put the roof on the 4th one, just so that we have an extra space for the conveyor tubes. Yeah, that looks okay. It looks a little bit like an industrial complex, but I will pretty it up later, put in some windows once we have it working. Looking at the structure now and the sheer size of it, I'm realizing that I may have overestimated how big this space needs to be and how much effort would actually be involved in building this whole thing. I should probably have considered actually building into the asteroid a little bit, so that there is less actual construction needed in terms of protecting the whole base. So I am considering how and if I should reconstruct some of that stuff, because that's probably simpler and quicker than constructing the whole thing. Yeah, it's definitely going to be much simpler than constructing the whole thing. Now the question is really whether I want to be digging into the asteroid to save having to build so much of it. It's mainly just for protection from the pirates and all that kind of stuff, so I don't really have to worry about covering a larger space with turrets and any other defensive stuff. Is there any negative points of having it inside the asteroid, I wonder? I guess I'd have to mine it out, so that's a bit of effort. But I would only need to set up the floor. Once I mine it out, I wouldn't have to set up probably wouldn't have to set up the walls. I don't need a ceiling, because it's just for protection that I would be building that stuff, not building it for any other kind of functionality. So it's just the annoyance of drilling into a asteroid that would put me off. I'm definitely building it into the asteroid. I just don't see why I wouldn't. It's just easy, free protection from all enemies, including meteorites or anything else. Anything that wants to be a damaging influence on our little base we get free protection just from the rocks around us. I guess the problem with it, yeah, the bigger problem with it is that you just don't get a view, except maybe through the main base. But I guess in time I can just expand that part out. It makes sense to have a nice safe base to start off with and then make it pretty and have a view and all that kind of stuff. Ah yes, that would be the other problem with making it a inside the asteroid. I would have to figure out how to get builders and stuff in there building ships. That'd be a much bigger problem. Well, in any case, what I will do is this can start as a... This can be the first section for the base, and I will make the door at the front here, and I'll just build it. Okay, and then I can worry about mining into the asteroid and building the ships to be able to do the internal building of this base and of the drilling, mining out of the asteroid. I can worry about that later. This just makes it a simple way to construct and start right now and have a small enough base so that it is easier to defend. That's really annoying that it doesn't tell me that it's out of steel plate, it just keeps drilling. I'm sure it used to stop drilling when it ran out of steel plates, and you were like, okay, what the hell is going on? So you'd figure out, okay, I'm out of steel plates, and then you would just go and pick up more. But now it just keeps pretending to weld, but nothing happens. Then after a while you're like, oh, why is nothing happening? And then you realize, oh wait, I've run out of steel plates. Okay, like, how am I supposed to know? Okay, there, it does something. Fine, fair. Okay, now it's not doing anything, so I know it's fine. But if it just keeps yeah, but it keeps sparking, I guess. That's the problem when you run out of steel plates. It could just stop sparking, and then I'd be like, okay, fine. That would make sense. I think that's what used to happen. Yeah, this feels like a easier space to manage. Just wonder if it's big enough. See? How am I supposed to know that I'm out of steel plates? It's sparking, so I think it's doing something. Oh man, that's annoying. But I can live with it. And it also looks like I'm going to need a buttload more of steel plates. Not excited about that. Because I used up 500 to probably do about one row of it. Oh man. That means that I'm going to need well, not entirely 500, I guess. Let's say 300. Well, it's 25 per block, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe 20. So 20 times 25 is 250, 500. So you do need about 500 per row. And then you've got the roof and this floor, which is going to be way more than that. So I'm going to need thousands. So what I should do is I should totally go and mine a lot more iron so that it can carry on and do its magic while I construct the rest of that thing. And mining more iron means taking this ship in here, because it's a lot easier to travel to the ship when it is right next to you. And what I want to do is I want to increase the gravitational field so that, just turn it all the way up. Oof. Actually, maybe I won't turn it all the way up. Let's make it about that much. That should be enough. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna have to dig into here. Okay, I've made enough of a hole that they're not escaping. Alright, let's hope that that much steel iron ore is going to be enough. Before I weld in the rest of these panels, I'm just going to think about how I'm going to place in a refinery. So the main things I'm going to need to start off with are a refinery. I'm going to need a refinery, and I want to leave the space for the upgrade modules. Assembler. Oops. Assembler. Again, leave the space for the upgrade modules. And what I want to do is I might do them vertically, which means that I would need to pipe them in from the top or the bottom. Probably do the top. And of course I'm going to need one very important thing, which is the reactor. So I'll go for a small reactor, and I could have a gravity generator just because it can make things convenient. Okay, so let's go with that. Okay, so that is the back of it. Okay, can't place it there because of that. What if I place it? Oh, I can't place it there. The door is there. Wait. Oh. I have steel plate. Why are you not placing? Oh crap, is this too tall? I think I knew this would be too tall. Oops, one. But of course I can't see how tall it is. Okay, let me go outside and try it. Can I find out how big it is somewhere? Refinery. Okay, it doesn't tell me its configuration. Oh, I could have just checked it like that. So if I make it okay, so that's like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Yep. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. So what I want to do is chop off the top here. Okay. And now let's see if we can fit it. Yeah. Because it's gonna need 2 slots in the back for the upgrade modules, I think. And I also need to take this off. And put that there. I think I've put too much space in the back. Actually, upgrade modules might be only, let's just yield module.
Meteor storm inbound.
Yeah, so I don't actually need 2 spaces around the back. I only need 1. Okay. Sounded nearby, but I don't see anything, so we'll go with that. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Can't remember how the piping of this one. Refinery. So if I put it like that, okay, so there is a conduit there that I could use. But you know what's simpler? There is one outside right on top here. I don't want to make this whole thing tall enough. I want to add a whole other block of roof here. There is also the thing where I could shove a Gatling gun or something exactly on top of that, which would serve a double purpose. So, you know what? I am actually going to do that. I am going to put in. Why are there 2? Oh, that's for the small ship. I'm going to pop one of these. Can I not pop it right on top of that? Oh, I can. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to actually check on that when I do the full construction of it. Right now, I need to think about where I'm going to put the assembler. Now, I think I'd have to wait until this is fully constructed so I understand where the output comes in. And I might want to put a second refinery. No, not here. Once we build the refinery room, wherever that may be, we can worry about building multiple refineries. For now, we just need one. The assembler, I'll put a space in between so I can pipe it properly. And right, all the upgrade points for the assembler goes around that. So yeah, I might have to wait until I build it because I don't think so. If I put a conveyor tube there or there, interior plate, yeah, might be able to. Oh, am I all out of iron again? Did it literally only build 20? That doesn't make any sense. Because... wait. This is not making any sense. Because the assembler has 2.5 kilograms. Only 2.5 kilograms of iron. Wow, did I make... oh, there we go. 1,840 steel plate. That's good. Which means it probably can't build interior plate anymore. Let's see, what does interior plate need? It looks like that. Oh, I can make interior plate. That's great news. Hopefully 2 will be enough. Not building loads of them. I just need 1. I'm making an assumption there. Yeah, I would need to take it up and across. That's fine. Just want to see if it has enough space. Yeah, it does. I could use a junction so I can get more pipes out of it. I push it up 1 so I can get the upgrade modules on it, and that'll work. And I need a nuclear reactor, which is for... oh no, that's a gravity generator. 3. No, what? 3. And I'll pop this in the corner. That's fine. And the gravity generator, I will pop that also just there. Okay. And I won't build them first. I'll build these first. So I think this is fine as a starting point. So this gives me enough space to, yeah, if I move this up a bit, I can put upgrade modules all around it. I can build that, put upgrade modules all up on that. And I need to get enough things to build ammunition for the turret to actually work. But with this stuff, oh, I need to connect. There's one thing I want to do. I want to connect the nuclear reactors to that. And I need a cargo container also connected to that. Which means that I should probably pop it on that side or pipe it up around. Yeah, I can do that. That's not that bad. Alright, so that's the base, well, the starter base welded up.